Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. So we are midway through the season, and it's time for me to rate the midway point, the ratings of the Kaizer Chiefs signings so far, and what we rate them so far, and what we think of their season so far. But yeah, guys, please like and subscribe and join the channel and become members. It's only 20 bucks. But first, just become a subscriber. That's free. Subscriber is free. Join and become a subscriber. But it's 20 bucks if you want to help support the channel as a member by hitting the join button. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go through this. There's quite a number of players. So in the number of players that I saw, I got all this information from Transfer Market. We have about 11 signed players, and then including Kevin Johnson as the coach, it's 12 new people that have come into Chiefs. Now I don't want to go into the depths because Dinkler came in and the psychologist people, but yeah, I added Kevin Johnson just for vibes. But yeah, let's get to it. The first one is Pule Mmodi. Pule Mmodi has played 18 games and he has scored 4 goals and he has 0 assists. For a person who is in the tag to have 0 assists is very disappointing. At this point, I would expect him to, yeah, 4 goals is fine. It's not the best, I won't lie to you. It's not the best, but 4 goals it's a good contribution so far. But it would have been better if it came with 4 assists. So in that, and I also wanted to highlight ages. Pule Mmodi is now 30 years old. So the rating I'm going to give Pule Mmodi is like a 5 to a 6. Maybe like, yeah, 5 to 6. Somewhere there, I couldn't decide where. But 5 to 6 is Pule Mmodi. A lot of you would give him a higher rating, but that wasn't great. And I always say, yes, he will score 1 goal. But in that game, he scored that goal. He was also quiet. So that's how I rate the players. And yeah, the biggest issue for Pule Mmodi this season was that he lost an important person in his life, which is his mother. So it may have contributed to his slow start. So maybe he could have 6 goals and like maybe 3 assists if maybe he wasn't dealing with like family things. Next player is Tebogo Potsani, also 30 years old. He has been injured. That's the biggest thing for him. He's played 11 games and he scored 0 goals and he has 2 assists. It's not good enough for a midfielder to just have no goals and to have just 2 assists. So yeah, and he's been injured, so that also goes into there. But with Potani, I give him a 5 to 5.5 as a rating. It hasn't been great. I'll leave it at that. Next person is Titi Ditlokwe. Titi Ditlokwe is still young, 25 years old, and he's played 16 games. He has 0 goals and he has 0 assists. Why am I highlighting goals and assists for a defender? You guys are asking me. I wanted to highlight 2 specific things for the players we've highlighted. And this for the defenders, like about Ditlokwe, I'm going to tell you. Ditlokwe stands at 1.86 meters. In the PSL, we don't often have tall defenders with the size of Utitlokwe, Msimango, Gonzalez, also a striker, Chivaviro. Yeah, we don't have players that are that tall, but they have not scored a set piece. Our center backs have not scored set pieces. So I wanted to highlight that, not using the players we have. But in terms of ratings, Ditloko will get 6 to 6.5. He has been solid. We mustn't lie. Fourth player is Mduduzim Tanzania. He's 29 years old. He's played 11 games, 0 goals, 2 assists. He hasn't been much with the team right now because he's suspended. But yeah, in terms of his performances, I give him a 4 to 4.5. Maybe 4 to 5, depending on what you want to say. But yeah, my official rating for him is 4. He hasn't been good enough. 5, Simango. He's 26 years old. He's played 17 games. He has 0 assists, 0 goals. Why? And you guys know the story. Msimango stands at 1.89 meters tall. As you can see, he's a very tall boy, but he has not scored a header. So that's what I wanted to highlight there. Msimango has not scored a header. So as tall as he is, it's a disaster. But anyway, number 6, Umtetwa. I didn't really want to give him a rating when I did this video, but I decided just to give him one based on how he's performed in the few games. He's 29 years old. He's played 5 to 6 games, somewhere there, And then he has 0 assists and 0 goals. Mteta's whole career, Vele, he barely has goals. So I don't think he's scored a goal in the PSL yet. And yeah, I don't think he has much assists. So Mteta is just like, yeah, he's more of like a defender that can't even head. So that's Mteta. I gave him a rating of 5.5. Yeah. I actually, let me give him a rating of 5. It hasn't been to the degree we know it can be. Ranga Chivaviro, next player. He's 31 years old. He's played 13 games. He has scored 2 goals, 1 assist, and he's 1.8 meters tall. So he's also a tall guy. His rating, I give him a 5 to 5.5. But yeah, let me give him a 5.5. Why am I giving a 5.5? I take into consideration that they don't play Uranga 90 minutes a lot of the time. So we don't know what could happen at the end of the games if he starts and finishes and those kind of things. But yeah, in the games he's played, that's his rating. So 5.5, 5 to 5.5. Castillo, 29 years old. He's played 19 games. He's scored 5 goals and he has assisted 0. What is my rating for Castillo? 6.5 to maybe 7. 6.5 to maybe 7. It has been a decent return for him. Yeah, but the one thing I'll say about Castillo actually hasn't rested because he came into the season. When his season ended, he was basically a Chiefs playing. He hasn't had a time to rest. But at the same time, I'll say this: for a midfielder to have 0 assists, it's problematic. So I am worried about that part. So that's why maybe I'm leaning towards 6.5. Uh, Jason Gonzalez, he has played 10 games, and he has 0 goals, 0 assists. The guy is 24 years old. His rating that I'm gonna give him is a 2 or a 3. Maybe if you are nice, you're going to give him a 3. But yeah, it's a 2 or 3. He hasn't been good enough. His height is 1.8 meters tall, but has he scored a goal? No. I don't even remember a time where he headed a ball at goal. So he's maybe tall for Mahal. Yeah. The last 2 players I haven't even played for Kaizer Chiefs, so I won't give them a rating. Luke Fleurs, 23-year-old, he's 1.85 meters tall, hasn't played, no rating. Vicky Mkwana, in transfer market, they list him as a new player, 17 years old, he hasn't played. We know Chiefs does not play 17-year-old, so that is what it is. Kevin Johnson, 65 years old, has played about 7 games, score 1-4, drew 1 and lost 2. That is Kevin Johnson. And yeah, those are the new players and my ratings for them. It hasn't been great, it hasn't been good. But other than that, I'll say there has been good players here and there. Msimango, Ditlokwe, Castillo, those people have proved themselves. Then there's been some flops in Umtutuzi Mtanzane and Gonzalez. They have to pick up their socks. The others are just okay. One thing I wanted to highlight is that having players like Mmodi, Botsani, Ranga Chivaviro, maybe even maybe Castillo Mtetwa. All of these guys are between the age of 29 and 31. So what I'm saying at this is that we brought in more experienced players in terms of age, but those players aren't playing to the level of their ages. They are playing like they are still 23 or like Abum Tutuzim Shabalal. So I wanted to add that. Guti, some of these guys need to pick up their socks because players like Umsimango, who is like 26 years old, players like Utitokwe, who is 25 years old, they are playing way better than the rest of these guys, which is a very, very big problem. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Amakhosi for life.